Taiwan!
Yay!
Welcome back to another episode.
Yes. How are you, Anne?
I'm doing great, Patty. How are you?
I'm very well, and today I heard we're gonna, celebrate some festivals together.
Yeah, something very Taiwanese, right?
你是哪一族的朋友？
阿里山州族。
阿里山州族。
对。
那你刚刚在唱什么歌？什么样的歌？
这首歌是以前老人家就是他们在聊天的时候会唱的歌曲。
聊天的时候。
对，因为老人家以前讲话会用唱歌的方式去诠释。
好抒情哦。
真的吗？
连吵架都那么温柔。
哦哇，
真的
，so romantic，
会听不出来在吵架。
好有趣哦！哎，所以你今天要带来的 Well for Today， Andrew，
请问是 Mayasvi, the Festival of War. But you just described a very peaceful situation. 刚刚你讲的是很和平的，但是战歌啊是。
今天的邀请是那个战争的庆典。
庆典。
可以这么说。
对，怎么这么酷？
战绩。Well, let's find out a bit more on today's VCR. Taiwan is an ethnically diverse country in East Asia on the northwestern Pacific, and it consists of a number of islands with a combined area of about 36,000 square kilometers. While the immigrant Han people take up the majority of its population, the indigenous people of Taiwan make up 2.4%, with 16 groups recognized by the government. As of August 2021, there are 735 indigenous communities recognized by the government, with as many as 55 townships comprised mostly of indigenous people. Due to different legends, traditions, and ways of life among the different groups and subgroups of the indigenous people, there have been countless festivals, rituals, and ceremonies developed and practiced to date. Therefore, when you go looking into the Indigenous Festival calendar published by the Council of Indigenous Peoples, you'd probably be surprised to find that there are events on an almost weekly basis all around the year. It is especially true every summer in July and August. When it comes to traditional events of the indigenous people, there are so many more than just singing and dancing. With more than 16 groups of indigenous people in Taiwan, there are so many different exciting legends, stories, purposes, and also taboos regarding these events. Let's get to know more about some of them today. Wow. 16 tribes with their own traditions and cultures and backgrounds and languages.
Yes, and different festivals.
Yes, exactly. So they have their own kind of calendar, celebrations.
Calendar,
each year.
talking about calendar,
Yeah.
Festival calendar.
This is just every single month.
Every single month. Is it all celebrating? Is it all that kind of like fiesta kind of thing?
No, not all. No. There are some times when people, when tribes will celebrate harvest, bring in the harvest.
Harvest Festival, Amis.
But there's some, like we just talked about the warring ceremony for the Zhou tribe, and I think later we're going to be talking about another festival that's a lot more solemn. These are actually, some of them are actually rituals.
Right.
And so they will have a more solemn tone than something that's more celebratory.
Right.
But it's, so it's, you know, if people can be in Taiwan at various times of the year, they can see the diversity among Taiwan's indigenous tribes, because there are so many. And as you mentioned, each one has their own culture and their own traditions.
Right. Why do you know so much about our Taiwanese indigenous community, these people, these stories?
Because for the last 20-something years, I've been traveling to indigenous communities.
Yes.
I started out just as interest, but then I realized that there are a lot of people who also have interests. So now I lead tours into indigenous communities.
Wow. She knows much more
Yeah, I know,
than we
seriously.
Taiwanese people.
More Taiwanese than we are.
I know, we need to learn from you. There's so much. And Broccoli, you have your own
That's a beautiful
gear
garment.
on.
Yeah,
Thanks.
regalia.
Tell us about it.
So basically, because my wife is Aboriginal, she's from Amis.
Okay,
And actually, I lent this suit from some of our relatives.
Okay.
And her grandma made this bag by herself, actually. So it's also like a gift. So I'm like really,
That's beautiful.
prepared well for this year.
Just by looking at it, I feel the happiness.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, like people are really creative, so they come up with different colors, different like you know, like all of these plastic things.
Beads,
Right,
yes.
So that's how
right.
they impress themselves
Yes.
and add a lot of beautiful colors.
Yes.
So it's really nice.
Our impressions to Russian are, you know, the cold weather.
Yeah,
Tough
absolutely.
spirit.
Yes,
Yeah.
tough spirit, but something in common. Drinking. Yeah, you guys have vodka, we have 小米酒.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a more universal thing, though.
This is
Thank you,
the
thank you.
common
Rob.
language.
Yeah.
So Atai was just talking. You're from Zhou, right?
对，
I heard, Vitaly, you know quite a lot about Zhou tribe as well. right?
Actually, yes.
Why? How come?
Back in 2012, I went to Tuya, and it's a mountain community
Yes.
where the Zhou people live, and they have the festival Mayasvi, which has really impressed me because of its atmosphere. It's rigorous and serious, solemn ritual.
Right.
Okay.
And so I heard a lot of songs like the song we've heard
Yes.
and the dancing. It's amazing. For me, it's like some kind of this warrior spirit
Okay.
that also in Russia, back in Russia, we have is also as it's now nowadays people say. But for me, it was like more ancient thing, more cultural, because with the nature that surrounds the place.
Right.
And the scenery is just amazing in there.
Wow. Just being really involved in that atmosphere.
Yeah,
that
when
ecosystem.
you're at that time, you stay there, you hear all this, and you see all this, and it makes quite a special impression. And also, I found that back in 1927, there was a Russian linguist and scholar. He came from Japan because he stayed in Japan during that time. He came to Formosa, Taiwan, and he went to understand the culture of Zhou people and the language of Zhou people.
Really?
So he even made a dictionary
For the Zhou language.
for the Zhou language, the first dictionary of the Zhou language. And this Russian scholar, later he published it in Russia, and even in 80s in Taiwan, they
Well, he's
published it
something
again.
prepared.
Yeah.
周日字
Hey,
典。
read it. Let's
我可以看一下吗？
行，
周族语典。
周族语典。
Yeah, and the scholar is named Nevsky,
Nevsky.
Nikolai Nevsky.
Read it.
发度。
石头，
哦，我没有在考你啊。
来，我来
先不要考了。
OK。
Inno
妈妈，
妈妈。
哎，我发现很多原住民语言其实 ina 有那个妈妈都是蛮
很近
有一点点类似，都很近的。
Mayasvi
玛雅斯比，
Mayasvi 是什么样的庆典？因为我们看到英文字 war 写的是战争，但是由你们的角度会怎么样去形容这一个庆典？
其实这个玛雅斯比既以 战争只是这个玛雅斯维记忆的其中一环。
哦，
对，那它其实它的玛雅斯维底下还有很多很多的祭，有迎神祭，送神祭，初登小孩子的第一次到会所初登会所，然后成年礼，这个全部合起来，我们才会称它玛雅斯维。
OK， 所以有迎神，然后也有就是成年礼，
对，
然后还要送神。
对，
哇，
阿里山的声音，
真的，
对啊
真的，哇，很美，真的很美。
Have you noticed somebody was kept quiet since the very beginning?
Miss
Amoy，Hello。
嗨，你好。
嗨，
请问你是哪一族的？
哦，我是塞夏，塞夏族。
今天穿的这个服装是很特别的，你们自己
这是我们祭典的服装，
纪念服装。
我们祭典是叫巴斯达爱，
巴斯达爱。
对，然后就是可能跟刚刚 Cheryl 刚刚讲到那个，就是跟丰年祭可能比较不太一样的。我们不算是那种很欢乐的庆典，然后就是一个，因为跟我们以前有就是传说故事相关的一个故事，然后我们举办了这个祭典。
那它有翻译吗？像 Mayasvi 没有翻译，
我们是叫矮灵祭，
就是
可是对大家现在也是，就是我们还是就是称做巴斯达爱这样子。
了解。
对
Mayasvi 的现场，
对，
会很严肃吗？
也是庄严严肃的，
也是庄严严肃的，
也
是。哦 ，OK。哇，好帅哦！
这一张其实是其他族群，就是第15组拉鲁阿族。那因为我们以前就跟他们是朋友关系，我们在这个祭典的时候也会邀请他们来。
OK，
对。
所以其实就是大家是会一起来完成这个很重要的祭典的事情。
我们正式的祭仪当然是自己族群完成，那比较余性的部分会就是邀请其他的族群一起。像这个照片都是属于余性的。下午可能是空档期，然后就会请一些有相关专业的人，然后会带领游客去做一些。
那所以其实我们也是想要让这个文化除了保存下去，让更多人知道。
对，
所以也会让就是稍微比较轻松一点点，对不对？除了庄严的部分，你们的专业
还是有，
其他的话就是跟大家分享。
They're keeping the core values there, right? The severity and is still there, but you have to change with the times.
Yes.
Just as we were saying, any festival or ceremony that you go to, it's really important to be very respectful.
Yes.
So there are definitely times during Mayashvi that you need to stand outside. In the ceremonial grounds, it's only the people of
their own
tribe.
That heritage,
So, and then there will be certain times when people can join in. So it's just very important to know when you can you can join and when you have to stand outside and just observe. And I think the other thing too is if you go with a respectful heart and you really want to know and understand what's going on, I think people in the communities are very willing to share. I mean, they're very happy to share their culture to people who go and are very willing to learn.
Yeah, and have a genuine interest.
Right.
Yeah.
阿戴，你是不是有准备一个很哇，你们
特殊的
一个也算是比较余性一点的一个专业吗？
也不算，早期它是一个很严肃的。
怎么说？那可以秀给我们看吗？一边秀一边跟我们分享。
好。
这个叫什么 ？What is this called？
封底。
封底。
Oops.
Wow.
Wow.
I could see why that's kind of serious because that could do a lot of damage if you're not careful.
这个是什么样的场合做的事情？
这个叫做封底，
是
对。那早期呢是拿来传达讯息的工具，
但是也不是每个人都可以碰，是不是？
可能会有所谓特定的召集人会去甩动这个，然后当族人们听到这个声音之后，会往那个地方聚集。
哦，so it's like a calling thing.
Yeah. Like a flare.
Is it like a horn?
A horn, even better. Yeah.
Kind of like together the people like I'm here, this way.
有点类似那种。
有一点。
哇！
What do you have with you that has
see
something
ya.
to do with the Amis festival?
Oh!
Ah, okay.
This is like
Mine.
This is yours?
This is yours.
Hey, yeah, I'm trying to sing. I'm really sorry.
I'm listening.
I
We're
sing-
trying, we're
I cannot
trying.
Your
sing.
wife is listening.
I mean, I cannot sing well, so.
Asai was talking about the war festival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
getting
Dwarf
ready, and you know,
Yeah.
it's a very spirited thing.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
keep everybody together.
Seriously, yeah.
And what's next? Let's go for like I like 小米酒.
Well, like, does anyone know of anything?
It's his thing.
Yes, of course.
It's my thing.
Yes, it's your
Because
thing.
I'm Russian or.
Let's talk about the Amis festival.
Yeah.
Harvest festival?
Yeah,
It
it's called
happens
Harvest.
in.
In
July?
I visited one in Hualien, so my wife's tribe actually holds it in August. So they have like a period from July and August. So it depends on the tribe, they hold it on different days.
Yes.
So basically different days.
Do you remember
So-
the first time attending that festival?
Yeah, it was like 4 years ago. It actually, I came to Taiwan in July
Yes.
for my first time. And my wife just brought me to this festival for my first time. I couldn't speak any Chinese. I didn't understand any of their cultural things. I didn't even understand Taiwanese culture. And she took me to this Indigenous festival. That was like totally new thing for me. But people are really nice, even though we couldn't even communicate because they don't speak like English or Russian. I couldn't speak Chinese.
Yeah.
But still, oh, come on, come here. This is Xiaomi Joe, come. So we kind of tried to communicate. People are cool. They said, okay, if you want, you can go to sleep at my house today. We can like do something.
Hospitality.
Right.
Yeah, it's like they're really open like to everyone. Because I thought it's really like a close kind of community. So like especially foreigners couldn't join them.
Right.
But they're like really open-minded. They just see you and say, "Oh, come on. Do you have clothes? Do you want like try to wear mine? You want to join us? I can teach you dance. I can show
Yes.
you this."
Oh,
So
that's
they're
so
like
cute.
really
It's like a
open-minded.
big family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they already know me. So they like see me from the distance, say, "Oh,
What do they
Xiaomi
call
Joe."
you? What do they call you?
Huaya Cai.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know me, so.
The t-shirt you're wearing says La Jia San. What does it mean?
So their tribe is divided like in smaller kind of communities.
Yeah.
So it's one of their communities.
It's a
name.
branch, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. So
Okay.
they have several like smaller ones.
Okay.
So it's one of like my wife's,
Okay.
Rajashan.
Well,
Yeah.
although it's a happy gathering, happy festival, but it's more than just dancing and singing, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of message to it. Cheryl?
Yeah, there's what people actually get to see is the last day of the festival. Oh. So this,
You mean
The closing ceremony.
The drinking.
but it's not just about drinking and
Yes.
dancing. Basically, the meaning behind the last night is giving a send-off to the deities, to ancestral spirits, because basically the Harvest Festival, it's a time to celebrate, yes, that the harvest has come in,
Yes.
but also to be very thankful
Yes.
to those powers that have helped them with their harvest,
Yes.
and to also pray to them for a good harvest the following year.
Yes.
So it's important that when people sing and dance, that this be done well. So
Right.
it's not simply just
Any dance.
drinking and
Oh, yeah.
dancing. Yeah. So this used to be a week-long festival. It's now pretty much shortened because people working outside their communities,
Exactly, yeah.
they
Yes.
can't come back
Yeah.
that long. But there's actually a lot of preparation that goes into it. And then there are also, as we mentioned, coming of age rites,
Right.
and many things that we don't see. Because the only part that we outsiders can see is this last night, this sending off.
Right.
It feels almost kind of like a, I know I'm oversimplifying, but it gives me kind of the feeling of like Oktoberfest meets Thanksgiving. Like you're celebrating the harvest, but you're also being mindful and thankful. I mean, I mean it on the surface level.
Sure, sure, because it's also a time for the people in the community to come together. So
Yeah.
people can come back from the city where they're working or studying. So it is a time for people in the community to be very social.
close.
Together.
And some Amis communities are quite large, some are smaller. So if you go to some of the larger communities like Matayan or Taibalang, So their festival is huge, but in those kind of communities, actually tourists may even outnumber the people who live there. But if you really want to have more of a cultural experience, so you can maybe go to a smaller community, maybe like the community where Broccoli went to, or where there aren't so many people, so there won't be as many outsiders. So in that case,
it's more traditional.
More traditional, and then I think there's a lot of things that you kind of get privy to, like they'll ask you to come and eat with them, and
Well, what does this
What was
mean?
that?
Okay.
Oh,
Mr. W is
what's
here.
up?
What do you have with you that has something to do with the Amis festival?
Oh,
Ah, okay.
this
is
like
mine.
this is yours.
Well, you see what Broccoli is
It's the
is
same
wearing,
thing,
right?
different design?
Yes, different design. So this was given to me by an Amis friend. So it's a very different version of the bag that you see here.
Wow, wow,
And does it have any special meanings? In Mandarin, it's called 情人带, right?
Yes,
A
yes.
lover's satchel?
Lover's bag.
Lover's
yeah.
bag, yeah.
So it has to do with lovers?
Well, I think
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's like,
Absolutely. Do you want me to show you this?
yes.
Yes, please,
Okay,
please,
cool.
please.
So yeah, as she said, it's Chinrandai. So maybe we can use you as a. So this one is for you.
Wait, you're married.
It's okay. She's not watching probably.
Okay. So how do I put it on? Just like this?
Yeah. From right side to the left
From
side.
right side.
She told me that it should be from the right to the left. It means you're going to do some good things. You're open to good things.
Okay.
If you're wearing it from the left side to the right side,
Yes.
you're doing bad things.
Bad thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because one time we even had a photo set and we didn't check it, but we wore it from the left
wrong
side.
way.
So we
Right.
couldn't even use these pictures because it's not allowed,
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
Yeah. And
Oh, there's something inside. You want to pick it out?
Tell me.
It's essential to festivals, I heard.
wow.
What is this?
Betel nut.
Binlang. Binlang.
Okay, so the story is when we dance, when you join this harvest festival.
Yeah.
So actually on the last day, right?
Yeah.
So young girls and young males, they dance in circles.
Okay.
So there's one big circle
Yes.
made of males and one smaller circle made of females.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we dance together, and if some female likes me, she can come to me and put a betel nut in my bag.
Oh.
Right?
It works like this?
Yeah.
Did your wife do that with you?
Not really.
Were you already married?
We're already married, so it was too late, unfortunately. So when we dance,
Yeah.
if she likes me, she can put a betel nut in my bag.
So how can you teach me how to dance?
Yeah,
The
can you
dance.
teach us the dance?
Right now, okay?
Yes, yes.
So
What do I do?
We can do a simple one.
Okay.
So basically, we need 3 people.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Got you.
So let's have hands like this. Yeah, nice. So you're holding his hand.
Yeah.
So there are no people on the side. So
Okay.
we are doing like
Oh,
this.
okay.
Okay.
And we start from the left leg. Okay.
Left leg, okay.
So there is 1,
One,
2,
two.
and you go back. 1, 2. So it's. Hey, yeah, I'm trying to sing. I'm really sorry.
I'm listening.
I
We're
sing-
trying, we're
I
trying.
cannot
Your
sing.
wife is listening.
I mean, I cannot sing well, so
It's okay.
I'm sorry, my
I have 2 left
indigenous
feet. I
friends.
have 2 left feet. We can all do this
I'm
together.
very sorry, but so hey, yeah, oh, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hi, bam, and then we can intensify our
Okay.
like steps.
Like
Okay, okay.
our rock step.
2 step, yeah? Okay.
And then you're going to almost sit down. You're going
gonna
to
sit,
do
squat.
a squat. So it's 1 and 2 kind of thing, right?
Okay.
So we can start slowly. We can do 3 slow and
Okay.
3
3 slow, 3
fast.
fast.
One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, oh, yeah, hey, na, 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 and then fast. Hey, bam, hey, bam.
Wait. Wait a minute.
So yeah,
On
it's
both
like
ones?
almost bam.
You look horrible.
I feel horrible.
So I'm not the worst one because I could practice.
And among that dance, among all these people, I can kind of drop the beat.
Is that when it's happening?
in your
or-
bag?
No,
That's a different dance. Not
here?
There is different dance.
okay.
So later, males will be dancing in one circle,
One circle and then-
females will be dancing in another circle.
Okay.
And during this dance, you can
Is that like specifically a courting dance, or is it like a courting moment where that you can have that moment in the dance, or?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
so it's
okay.
just you find a moment in a dance, and if
Okay.
you see a person who you like, you put a betel in their bag, and then if I like you too, so I can take my bag and like give it to you, like this, and then it means we can start, you know, like communicating and you know.
Get to know each other,
Getting to know
starting
each
to
other,
date.
yeah.
That's so cute. Wow.
I love that tradition.
Yes, that's
That's so
so
sweet.
cute. Thank
Yeah,
you,
so they're
Broccoli.
like, yeah.
You're
Can I
married.
have it back?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because I'm
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cheryl, you
I'm
can have
taking
this
it back.
back
It
too.
was educational. It was educational.
Thank you. This is so cute. Oh, thank you, Broccoli.
You're welcome.
This is the Amis, the harvest festival.
Yeah, the Amis
and
Harvest Festival.
How everybody's pretty happy.
Right.
It's like a huge gathering.
Yeah. It's about celebrating each other and being grateful. And we also had the Mayasvi war song celebrations or traditions. So I'm really looking forward to our next one.
Yeah, what's it about?
I don't know. Well, we do know.
We do know. It's Amoy's time, right?
Yeah. But let's come back really soon after these messages.
And this is really a story about saying sorry, because there was an incident where the Saisiyat people accidentally killed the crocodile.
我们不管就是任何摄影或是录影都需要绑那个芒草。
Just to keep the spirits away.
Welcome back to.
Wow, Taiwan! Yeah!
We were talking about festivals.
Yes.
About indigenous tribes,
Yes.
indigenous
And
people.
before we left, we were beginning to talk about the Pasta Ai festival with the Saisiyat.
How unique. Hello.
Invitation for you from the Saisiyat people, from Ufong,
Okay.
to the Bastai.
Yeah.
The Bastai is the festival of the dwarf spirits, or the Airinji.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Right.
And dwarfs are called the Kokodai.
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 I have one question.
I'm sure you have many.
Who are you? Why did you just come in?
I came in because I heard the signal and I came.
Yeah, he came in because he was cute.
And my name is Toby Openshaw, and I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I've been working with especially the Saisiyat people for more than 12 years.
Wow. What brought you in Taiwan?
An airplane.
Oh, wow. Well, I was born here.
What brought you? My mom.
I'm originally from South Africa,
Yes.
and I heard from my friends how wonderful Taiwan is, and I've been here for 25 years.
Wow.
That's so nice. Have you heard like Taiwanese girls are the prettiest?
Of course.
Well, thank you, Toby. Thank you, Toby. Please have a seat.
great.
Please have a
Thank
seat.
you.
Thank you.
Wow.
We'll hear much more stories about, what's it called?
Pasta Ai.
Pasta Ai.
It's really one of a kind, no?
So what's special about it?
What makes it unique, I would say, I guess.
So for me, I think that, you know, so many, especially indigenous festivals or commemorations would be about the enemies that we slay and people that we killed, or, you know, we have the harvestings and so on.
Yes.
And this is really a story about saying sorry, because there was an incident where the Saisiyat people accidentally killed the crocodile. And so every 2 years they come together and they say, we're sorry. And I think in the world we can do more of that, you know, and actually acknowledge our mistakes and say that we're sorry.
Wow, 真的。
所以是道歉大会。
是。That's right. Maybe you haven't seen a festival this serious before. Pasta Ai is actually a truly sincere reconciliation ritual. 3 nights of dancing and singing to worship the spirit of the dwarves, who are also known as the Kokodai. According to the legends, although the Kokodai taught the Saisiyat people knowledge such as farming and weaving, they also bullied them frequently. Eventually, in one of the Saisiyat teenagers' revenge, most of the dwarves were left dead, leaving only 2 surviving members. Before the surviving dwarves left, they placed a horrible curse on them. In the future, the Saisiyat people will need to worship the dwarves in order to get good harvests. So, to appease them, the first festival of reconciliation was held. And since then, the ritual, filled with love and hate, has slowly become the century-old tradition that we all know today.
我其实也是之后才发现，我们很喜欢跟人家谈和解这件事情。因为也是听老人家讲说，不管是结婚两方的人家就看说，那我们以前有没有那个，就是有
过？
对，我有没有杀过你，或是你有没有被我杀过？没有，就是这样子。
以前都是这样嘛。
对，但是没有关系，但是我们今天就讲出来。然后巴斯达埃它其实也是，就是我们在祭典开始之前，它会有一个时间，就是要跟长老讲说，你们这一年可能发生了哪些纠纷，哪一些，因为你是自己来跟我讲，然后我可能会带着一些酒或是一个小小心意的那个钱，像是用钱啦，然后是要给我们主祭，然后去让他去帮我们化解，然后让这件事情就过去。然后等到这个道歉结束之后呢，我们会杀一只猪，然后让那个猪流血，然后就表示我们所有事情就这样解决了。
所以塞夏族是三省吾身的一个民族，很会反省，很会就是自我检讨，
就是会应该是说大家会比较忌讳，因为祭典开始我们就会告诉族人说，我们现在已经开始进入到祭典的期间哦，然后我们要遵守哪些禁忌，然后不可以打小孩，不可以乱丢石头，然后夫妻不可以吵架，就是不可以有任何不愉快的事情发生。
好像过年哦，
就不能大声，不能生气，不能
打破东西，
对。
然后很像我们
就是小
汉人的
孩
过年，
就是小朋友也不可以责骂或是打骂，然后宠物也是，对，
不可以骂狗狗坏坏，
不可以打宠物，对，
所以所有的生灵都没办法去打扰，
因为他们会觉得，就是时间到了，古古达埃他们已经来到我们部落的路上，然后他有可能已经在部落了，只是我们没有发现。但是我们只要有一个小举动，就是丢东西或是打骂，你就可能会不小心伤害到他们。
那如果今天有族人真的就忘记了，然后忍不住揍小孩，怎么办？
因为我们有遇过，就是类似这种状况，是他可能会有一个状态是他不太清楚，就是他可能会哭或者是什么的，然后我们需要靠就是我们就是朱家的主祭，然后去协助他，就是要去找出原因到底是发生了什么事情，然后你会有这样的状态，
所以可能会是无形的东西来干扰，是这种感觉吗？
对，有一点这样子。
那 spiritual，
对，然后就帮他绑上芒草，然后对，
绑芒草，
对他如果没事的话，就表示他这件事情已经讲出来，
处理好，
就找到那个事情的源头。对。
So the word Coco, what is Coco?
Coco means like grandmother. And so, but this is just an honorific. It's like it's sort of the spirits of the elders of the aged of the people we should pay respect to, kind of thing. But so the story goes that the Saisiyat people came up from the mountains from the coast into the mountains, and there they found this group of little short people, dark-skinned in most of the accounts because things differ. And with curly hair.
Oh, as we can see over here.
Something like this?
Right. That's a photograph of is what we call Negrito people.
Okay.
So in certain parts of the world, like in the Philippines and Japan, there are people who are fairly short-statured, dark-skinned, curly hair, and they're called Negritos. We don't have a better word, unfortunately, at the moment.
It's an old word.
But there was never any evidence that there were Negritos in Taiwan.
All right.
So the story about the Kokoto'ai was always thought it's just a myth.
Right.
All right. So, in all these years that I've been working, I've asked archaeologists, the geneticists, the anthropologists, were there ever short, dark-skinned little people in Taiwan? And they all say it's just a myth. It's just a story. We have no evidence. But then, last year, a skeleton that was found in the Shaoma cave down south near Hualien was actually identified as being Negrito.
Really?
Woo!
So we still can't say the Kokoto'ai were Negrito, but at least now we have one point that says there were Negritos in Taiwan.
Wow.
And
so there was a population at one point, perhaps.
Yes. And so that skeleton is 5,000 years old.
Wow.
And so the story of the Basta'ai seems to be more recent.
Right.
Although the date for that is also
debated.
Contested.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really, really exciting thing, and kind of rewrite some of the stories about migrations to and from Taiwan.
Right, right.
This is fascinating.
And it also gives the timeline a bit more perspective too.
It expands the timeline.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay.
Remaining the same for 100 years, the mysterious pasta eye. 4 days and 3 nights.
What does this mean?
Wow, wow.
Oh,
It has an actual song in the back. And this the lyrics?
哦，对，这个是我们迎神的时候唱的歌，可是我现在可能没办法在这边唱。
现在不能唱吗？
对，我们现在不能唱。
哦，因为正在举办这个祭典，
对
在筹备期的关系。
对，然后这个是我们第一首的祭歌，然后我们通常每一首歌的开头都是以植物为首。
我看到芒草节后才黄到，这是什么意思啊？
它其实因为芒草，其实祭典准备开始之前，因为我们第一个很重要的祭典的环节是要节期，因为我们有南北塞夏，然后双方是去约定我们祭典的时间，然后等约定好之后呢，我们就会告诉族人说，我们现在已经开始进入到祭典的期间哦，我们打一个结，它就是当做是一天，然后是彼此双方会约定。
你说这种节吗？
不是，它这个是比较我们一般会看到的，就是在祭场，然后祭典的时候会看到。然后我们不管就是任何摄影或是录影都需要绑那个芒草节，后屏应该会。
Okay, so all the cameras.
Yeah, so on the camera and on your arm, on your car's mirror.
对。
Just to keep the spirits away.
Wow.
And they say if you lose that, then the spirits will erase your memory card on your camera.
Has it happened to any?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cheryl.
No, I had it on my car the whole. Okay. Yeah. So and when it was time to leave, I was told that I should keep it on my car until I was
off the mountain.
down off the
mountain.
mountain.
You have to
yes.
take it off.
And then you can take it off.
Okay.
Keep you safe.
对。
Yes. Keep your car working. Everyone. Yeah.
就是我们在河边开会。
Hey, I recognize the hat.
哎，帽子。
帽子哎。
A little bit to the spirits.
A little bit to the spirits.
Not too much because then they get drunk and then they do mean things to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
这是我上一次祭典做的。
So Toby, you tied this on all your electronics too when you were there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So do you have any photos from those times on those trips when you were up there?
Yeah. Okay, so to begin with, this is what they call the hip bell. So one more time.
Tabangasan.
Tabangasan. Yes, thank you. And so there's a certain group of dancers who carry it on their backs, and by their movements, they make the little metal tubes ring or rattle or crinkle, and that gives the rhythm for the dance. So there's a chant and there's a dance, and that goes on from 6 p.m. until 6 a.m.
Wow.
for 3 nights.
Non-stop.
Right?
Non-stop.
But here we have from a 1936 film that was shot by a Japanese cinematographer of the Basta Eye. And then in 2000, they found this film in the PTS archives and they put it on video and they took it up into the mountains and they showed the people there. And apparently they were absolutely amazed. They were like, oh, that's my great-grandpa when he was a kid, you know.
Really?
Oh my
and
goodness.
then also they noticed how similar they had managed, just by oral tradition, they had managed to keep the ritual very much the same.
Wow, wow.
And then this is called the kirakil, or they call it the shoulder flag. So in the old days, the difference was that they would carry it on their heads. The men would carry it on their heads. Now they carry it on their shoulder. And it's decorated, it's got the clans' names on it and so on. And it's sort of like a chair for the kokodai, for the little people to sit on. So they're carrying them around and shaking them up and down and showing them a good time.
So it's kind of like there's a focal point too for the celebration.
You know, it's sort of
where they are.
We're all having fun
是不
together.
是像轿子？
Kind of.
有一点点。
它就是老人家是说它是姑姑的座位。
Okay.
对
Seat of 姑姑。
Yeah.
seat of 姑姑。
And so they say, some of the old aunties will say, if they look out of the corner of the eye, they will see the.
Have you seen?
No.
Wow.
Wow. What an interesting. Oh.
What interesting. Oh.
Oh.
What do we have here?
Oh wow.
Something to eat finally.
Oh.
It's a festival after all. Thank you.
谢谢。
哇，
This is 小米酒，对不对？
这个是
其实我们是用糯米做的，
糯米做的吗？
对，糯米做的。
Toby, yes. And for us, huh?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. 有什么仪式吗？ Are there any rules to drinking this?
没有，其实我们会做这个酒啊，是因为我们就是其实家家户户都会做，然后大家秉持的那个信念是，我们要把这个酒是要给姑姑的。
OK。
对，然后可以给在场的来宾分享。对。
Cool. Hey, come on, let's give a toast. Come on. 一起来。
也可以，不用喝，站就好。一起来。
那有需要做什么东西吗？
不用，就是直接，因为我们通常都是媳妇会倒这个酒给那个。
哦，刚刚我倒了，所以我变媳妇了。
对，你变媳妇了。Cheers!
Cheers, guys.
And then we can give a little bit to the spirits.
A little bit to the spirits.
Not too much because then they get drunk and then they do mean things to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
这是我上一次祭典做的。
这是你做的。
有气泡哎。
对。
Wow,
bit
this is good
bubbly,
stuff.
huh?
She says she makes it herself.
对，这是我自己做的。
自己做的，所以有什么意义上面要 pass 给谁吗？要传承给谁吗？
我们其实会就是因为家家户户可以啊，可以我
这个短，这个
You can ask for more.
Do you want more?
Ask you for more.
Do you want more? No,
Okay, thanks.
哎，而且还有
这个是什么？哦 ，please take a seat, please take a seat.
所以还有下酒菜是不是？
不是那个是刚刚因为你们有印那个歌词，然后里头其实是有提到，你看他这边有写说就是有虾跟鱼给果果作为他的。
哦，so this is for 果果。
对，跟那个糯米，对不起，小米，对。然后我们其他人是不会吃的啦。 对我们其他人就是吃那个糯米糕，对，我们会再打糯米糕，然后这个是给果果吃的，然后刚刚 Toby 有一个照片也是送神的，然后一样是上面是有虾跟那个
放在芒草上面，
对，然后他们就是夫妻跟陪果果吃完这一顿餐的时候，他们就会送果果离开，对，然后就是陪他，对，然后他来我们也陪他吃一餐，然后。 他出发就是要回去的时候，我们也陪他吃一餐，然后他们就吃完之后，然后再倒一些酒到芒草上，然后他是收集的一堆的芒草，他是要丢弃的，就是表示我们祭典要准备结束。对，是这样子。
哇，好多象征啊！
对呀，那你们每一年要举办这样子的庆典，总会有筹备期，总会有要地方开会吧？你们也都是在什么样的特别的场所吗？
就是我们在河边开会。
Hey, I recognize the hat.
哎，帽子，
帽子哎。
2016.
2016年。
这是16年
之后的。
对。这一次第二次讨论是要确认说，哎，我们准备好了啊，你们准备的工作如何？
大家会分配工作是不是？
对，就是一个姓氏一个姓氏一个姓氏的问说，你们有没有什么问题？哦。 对，
所以其实还是蛮慎重。虽然看起来好像在河边烤肉的感觉，但其实不是，是在开一个大会。
因为我以前会觉得说，为什么一定要在那边？可是现在自己
刮风下雨的话嘞，
对，刮风下雨还是没有，还是在那边，还是在那个地点。哇，对，因为它刚好是一个2条河汇聚的那个地方。
了解，其实也是有一个象征意义啦，就是大家还是聚在一起这样。
对。
所以虽然好像是个有点严肃的道歉大会，但它毕竟还是一个庆典，塞夏很重要的一个聚集的，把大家聚在一起的一个大活动。
对，我觉得它是一个还蛮神奇的一个祭典，然后让大家都会在这个时间的时候，因为我们刚刚2年举办一次，然后大家会在这个时间回到部落。
对，2年一次。Wow, Andrew.
Wow, this is mind blowing, really.
Yeah.
Gosh, and to think like, this is only 3 out of 3 days of the calendar year. Like almost every single month, there are all these different activities and different traditions that are taking place. It really makes you think, and wants to make you spend more time in all these places to like see them all.
As Taiwanese, I think we need to attend them one by one.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
we got a lot of homework to do.
Follow Cheryl, Asai properly.
And Toby.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, everybody, for sharing all these stories with us. And hopefully we'll go to the tribes and go to the communities with you guys, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching.
We'll see you next time. Wow, Taiwan, bye. Yeah. 你要安静的跳。